All right, Kai. Thanks for joining us in the Coach's Corner. We've got a little bit of an interview with you today. Do you want to firstly tell us your name and a bit about yourself, who you've played for, and how long have you been playing?
Yeah. So I'm Kai Frisby. I started playing at 7 years old, and I've played for West Coast Warriors, Fletchlings, and under-14s Wales.
And what branch of the Aberystwyth Basketball Club do you play for, Kai?
I play in the wheelchair club.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. When you first got into basketball, I remember one of the interviews you did for me when you were a lot younger, but I'll come back to that. Why did you first choose basketball?
So at the age of 7, I had an operation that effectively put me in this chair. So they told me football, rugby, basically any sport with running was out of the question. And then so I started looking at sports that were involved wheelchair, and I found wheelchair basketball, Aberystwyth. So I thought, yeah, I'll give this a try. And first thing I did when I walked in, I really enjoyed it, loved the atmosphere.
Brilliant. And the rest is history, as they say, Kai, some 7 years later. I'm going to go back to the interview you did years ago for the InSport video. And I'm going to quote you in that video. And I asked you the question, what do you want out of basketball? And your reply to me 7 years ago was that you want to be able to shoot and hopefully get it in the hoop. So my question to you today is, firstly, I know you've achieved that goal, so tell us a bit about that. And what's your next goal for basketball for you?
Yeah, so I recently just started hitting the hoops about maybe half a year ago, full size 7.
So that's on the 10-foot basket, Kai. What height is could you just remind everybody what height it is for the juniors?
Yeah, so juniors is an 8 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, and goal I want to do today is to get better, really. The sport's really given me motivation to really have a goal to actually do. So hopefully I would like to get better as I progress. As I leave the under-14s, I would like to be able to go on to the under-18s and then see where that takes me from there.
And you're talking about the under-18s Welsh squad, of course.
Yeah.
Can you just remind everybody how many years you've played for Wales now?
I've played 2 years in a row so far. I'm hoping I can get next year as well. Brilliant.
Okay, it's fantastic. Your most memorable moment? It's a tough question for you.
I've got to say, my most memorable moment was first walking onto that court. You know, the atmosphere was amazing. Everyone looked like they was really enjoying themselves. And when I actually got in a chair and started playing, I enjoyed it as well. It didn't matter whether I couldn't score, couldn't dribble. I was enjoying myself.
And my next question was going to be, you know, what is special about the club in Aberystwyth? And I think you've kind of answered that in the last one. For new people coming into the club, what advice would you give them for somebody who may be nervous, who wants to give it a go? What advice would you give for anybody who wants to come in?
Advice I'd give them really is don't be nervous. I mean, it's an all-inclusive club. Anyone can come through the door, really, isn't it? That's the idea. Yeah, that's it. Just give it a go. If you enjoy it, great. If you don't, maybe try something else and then maybe come back a bit later. And if you enjoy it then, that's a good idea.
I think that's great advice to everybody, Kai, is that they don't be afraid to try lots and lots of sports. You don't have to be stuck with one or another. You know, you can be someone who plays many different sports, and you've tried. Do you want to tell people other things that you've tried?
Yeah, so I was going to be, I was going to go try wheelchair, table tennis and badminton. I've done a badminton course with you already though. I did enjoy it. I found it quite fun, and that's another thing I can progress to.
Wheelchair racing, you've had to go in a wheelchair racing, a chair, obviously. What did you think about that?
It was different, still enjoyable. It would take a bit of getting used to, given because I'm not used to sitting with my legs bent like that in a chair. But if I'd be given the opportunity again, I would definitely take it.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And last but not least, I see that you're wearing probably one of the best vests we can. What name have you got on the back of yours?
I've got Jordan on the back of mine.
Same. And I have to ask you, have you watched the Jordan episodes on Netflix?
Yeah, we've watched 3 so far. Really, really good.
Would you agree that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time?
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
No doubt. Fantastic. That is the correct answer. You get gold stars when we see you back at training. I want to thank you very much for your time. It's been fantastic talking to you. And hopefully we'll see you on the court soon.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guy.
Thank you.